And I travel around a decent amount, and when I do that, everyone always asks me, it's like, did you have a crazy childhood growing up in Vegas? I was like, no, it's actually really normal. I mean, the hookers were probably better looking, and the blow was better, but I went to the same underground drug raves that everyone did in elementary school. Did you guys have an imaginary friend when you guys were kids? Okay, a couple people. I had an imaginary friend when I was a kid. His name was Jesus. I eventually grew out of him, but the funny thing is, like, my parents still play along. Like, I'm not 8 anymore. You guys can drop it, you know? They always used to make fun of me at school. They'd be like, oh, is your imaginary friend here right now? And I'd be like, Jesus is everywhere. And it's like crazy to me that everyone still names their kid biblical names, you know? Like, my name's Adam. You guys all know Adam from the Bible, right? He's the guy who killed his brother Steve or something like that. I don't know. I haven't read it. But I'm going to name my kid Jesus just for this joke, and then I'll probably abandon him. But just so, like, on the first day of school, they'll be like, hey, Zeus. And he can stand up in a white robe and Birkenstocks and be like, actually, it's Jesus. But I forgive you. And this just happened to me not too long ago. This is a true story. I actually matched up with a girl on Tinder named Eve. My name's Adam. This girl's name's Eve. So I asked her if she wanted to go out and split a rack of ribs. And we did. And we started dating, and then we got married, and then we had kids, and our kids started hooking up with each other, and we started hooking up with the kids. No, that'd be ridiculous, right? I'm just joking. So my mom, she's super neurotic. She like puts lotion on her hands like all day long. And I asked her one time why she does that. She's like, I do that so when I'm 80, I'll have the hands of a 20-year-old. I was like, oh, that's why I have the penis of a 12-year-old. It took her a minute. I was like, that's like faulty logic, because that means that every old man would have one hand that's brand new and one hand that's old as shit, because what guy applies lotion to his non-dominant hand? That's not a real thing. So I just had my first threesome the other day, so give it up for me. Yeah. You know, and like every guy is willing to lower his standards a little bit for a threesome. You know, like, that guy's, yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, like I usually try and sleep with girls that are 8s and above, but to have a threesome, I had to lower my standards a little bit. So instead of having sex with one girl that was an 8, I had sex with 2 guys. Still counts, still counts. So I'm super poor, because I'm a comedian. They say like an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but I find that having absolutely no health insurance has the exact same effect, so. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in equality, and that's why I punch girls. My friend's like, you can't do that. Girls are smaller and weaker than you. I was like, that's the most sexist thing I've ever heard. Can't hang out with that asshole anymore. So when me and my brothers were kids, we used to make fun of each other for being gay. And my mom, she'd get pissed. She's like, don't call your brother gay or he's going to start to believe it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure if that's how you turn people gay, then everyone would be gay. But if I do happen to turn him gay, I'll tell a bunch of straight jokes until he turns back, so just relax, you know? So it's like my goal in life to tell a gay joke that's so funny that my mom couldn't help but laugh at it. So we're about to go to a wedding, and she asked us if we're ever going to get married. And I was like, yeah, I'll probably get married someday. And my little brother's like, no, I'm never getting married. So I put my hand on his shoulder and said, don't worry, one day they'll pass the gay marriage law. And my mom busted up laughing. But now my little brother's gay. And all the straight jokes in the world don't seem to turn him back, so not bad. My little brother's not really gay, and he really hates that joke. I did a show one time, and his ex-girlfriend happened to be in the crowd, and she came up to me afterwards. She's like, is your little brother really gay? I was like, yeah, you messed him up. And really, like, I'm not really sure if my brother's gay or not, because every time I ask him, he just can't seem to give me a straight answer, so. I like to smoke weed. But it's like, this is how high I got, like, it's like to celebrate when it got legalized. This is how high I got. I got so high, I went to take a shower, and I turned the shower on, and then I went to the other room to grab a towel, and when I came back, the door was shut, and I could hear the water running behind the door, and I was like, ah, shit. someone's already in there. And so I turned around and I took a shower in the other shower. And the whole time I was pissed. I'm like, that asshole's using all the goddamn hot water. And that asshole was me. My little brother is all holistic and he works at Whole Foods, so he's like a douchebag is what I'm trying to say. And he's like, there's other things you can do. You don't need to smoke weed to mellow yourself out. There's other things you can do. You can eat turkey. Turkey has tryptophan in it. And I was like, that'd be way worse because everyone says how hard it is to quit cold turkey. Maybe if I warm it up, I don't know. Do you guys ever lose faith in humanity? Yeah, it happens to me often. I heard this on the radio not too long ago. It said, Paris Hilton's highly anticipated album drops on September 11th. And all I can think is, that's the worst September 11th in the history of our nation. You know, I've been doing that joke for a while, and I had some comedians come up to me, and they're like, you're doing Paris Hilton jokes? I was like, never forget. It's it's like things that happened back in the day fascinate me. Back in the day when you had a headache, they used to think that a demon was trying to escape from your skull. So they would drill a hole in your head so the demon could escape. And that's crazy to me. But it's even more ridiculous than my friends think the cure for alcohol poisoning is to draw a bunch of dicks on my face. We actually had a friend die of alcohol poisoning one time, and I was like, I guess we just didn't draw enough dicks on his face. But at least his mom had a good laugh when she went to identify the body, so... I don't know how much time I got, but that seems about my time. You guys have a great night.